In today's Town Hall 18 sneak peek, Clash of Clans has gone off the rails. We've got a brand new defense that gets angrier the longer you attack, a wild new spell, 3 new crafted defensive options to choose from, and a reward shop that could incentivize advancing to supercharged status. What's going on, my friends from Clash of Clans? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the show. And one of the things that we left out in the first sneak peek is this new defense that becomes available at Town Hall 18 called the Revenge Tower. 430,000 Dark Elixir, our second defense buildable and upgradable with Dark Elixir. And it's going to be upgradable to level 2 for 460,000 Dark Elixir and a 14-day build time, with an increase on hit points as well as max damage per second. Now, this defense has a special ability called Tower Tantrum. It gets angrier and stronger when 5, 20, and 40 buildings are destroyed, but I feel like that's a little bit of an understatement. So let's take a look at this defense in an actual attack, and I want to show you that when 0 buildings are destroyed, this defense is completely deactivated. It doesn't do anything and relatively vulnerable in its state right now. Let's go ahead and drop some sneaky goblins, take out these resource buildings, and you'll get to see this defense start to take form with stage 1, and it fires a single shot at high power but a very slow rate. Sneaky goblins are going to continue around and destroy buildings. That way we get to see stage number 2. Now at stage number 2, this defense fires at a faster rate and the rounds bounce between targets just like a ricochet cannon. So let's drop a few balloons, that way you get to see that in action. They're going to bounce, it's going to take down these balloons relatively easy. So it's still very dangerous in its second stage. Now as we get closer to the 40 building limit going down, we're going to get to see the defense take its third and final form, and this thing is super powerful because it's going to fire at an extremely fast rate, and those rounds will bounce between 3 different targets. Let's drop a few balloons with that Electro Dragon, and it's going to bounce between the 2 balloons because it was kind of facing in a different direction. Let's place a dragon, that way you get to see how powerful this defense is against a dragon. And in theory, when we think about how this defense takes shape, it more than likely needs to be placed relatively deep in a defensive layout. That way it's not necessarily vulnerable and takes form to defend your villages. Next, we have the new spell coming to Clash of Clans called the Totem Spell, a spell that literally drops a tank onto the battlefield. When deployed, the totem spawns a physical structure with huge hit points, and both ground and air defenses can target it. The totem is designed to pull fire away from your troops, but it doesn't just sit there. When the totem lands, everything in a 6-tile radius, defenses and defensive troops take light damage and a brief stun. That stun usually forces a retarget, meaning defenses suddenly focus on the totem instead of your army. You can unlock the totem spell by upgrading your spell factory at Town Hall 16, and it has 4 total levels. 2 levels at Town Hall 16, 1 upgrade at Town Hall 17, and 1 final upgrade at Town Hall 18. So let's do a live example of what the totem spell looks like in action. We got the ricochet cannon and the air defense. We're going to place that totem between those. You're going to see that stun effect, and then both of the defenses will target the totem. Now the totem has a lot of hit points, so it should give you a few seconds before it's destroyed. It does act like a troop, so when it's taken out, it's gone. So we're going to go ahead and place one to show you the rules regarding the totem. It will not activate clan castle troops, nor will it trigger both of the spell towers. It will not trigger traps, but it will be targeted by the defenses surrounding it. When we drop a barbarian king right here to start taking on this air defense, you'll notice that the clan castle troops will be drawn and they will start to attack the totem. However, we can place another totem to shut down these defenses or lure the clan castle troops towards it, while the barbarian king works on taking down the defensive clan castle troops. So this spell might come in really handy in certain scenarios where you're trying to do a main push like Super Yetis or something like that to kind of draw the fire. That way you don't have to use that Grand Warden's ability so early. Now let's talk about those crafted defenses. We need to clarify some information first. These defenses will not be available on update day, as per a post that was recently released by Clash of Clans. They'll unlock a few days after Town Hall 18 is established, and when that happens, Town Hall 17 players will see a notification explaining that the crafted defense is being removed from Town Hall 17 and the next season will begin. For Town Hall 18 players, the crafted defense structure should remain on your village, but if you upgrade to Town Hall 18 after the new season has been established, then you'll more than likely need to pull the crafted defensive building from the shop for free. Also, if you were working on any module upgrades at Town Hall 17, you should be refunded automatically. So let's go ahead and get into the 3 craftable defenses coming to Clash of Clans, starting with the Hero Bell. This building does not attack itself. Instead, it powers up your defensive heroes, all 4 of them on the village. It boosts hero hit points and hero damage per second. Once the building is destroyed, the buff immediately ends. The upgradable modules for this defense will be hit points, defense hero damage per second, and defense hero hit point percentage. The next defense is called the Bomb Hive, and it fires bombs in preset directions. It does splash damage to both ground and air units. Bombs travel until they hit something or reach the max range. The upgradable modules for this defense is hit points, damage per hit, and tiles, meaning how far the bombs travel. And our last defense is called Light Beam. It is a tower that fires a single target beam attack. It targets both ground and air units, and its damage is higher up close but drops off with distance. The upgradable modules for this defense is hit points, damage per hit, and attack cooldown seconds. One of the biggest complaints players had about supercharging buildings and upgrading crafted defensive modules was simple. Why am I investing in upgrades that don't last forever? Because eventually buildings get new levels and crafted defenses seasons end. Those upgrades disappear along with the resources that you spend. So Clash of Clans' answer to that is the creation of a new shop called the Fancy Shop. Fancy. So this is an in-game shop designed to give permanent rewards for temporary content. Players will earn a new currency called Sparky Stones by completing supercharge upgrades. You should get 10 Sparky Stones for each supercharge, and you'll get 8 Sparky Stones for each crafted defense module upgrade. And only players who have completed a supercharge or upgraded a crafted defense will have access to this shop. So when this update goes live, there will be a few options available that we can spend our Sparky Stones on. The first one being Add Charge Effect, which is a visual effect that can be applied to decorations. Now this one can be purchased multiple times, and when we select it, it'll show us which decor can have this Sparky effect applied. So let's go ahead and add effect for 100 Sparky Stones, and you'll notice that it will start doing that visual appearance that's on a supercharge, and it should align up with the other defenses on the base. Our next option is a special decoration exclusive to this fancy shop called the Crafted Statue. And we can also add the supercharge effect to that for 100 Sparky Stones as well. And then lastly, we will have the option for a new skin for the builder. It's called the Meteorite Builder Skin, and that's going to cost a substantial amount of Sparky Stones, 3,200 of those. And what we have to do is go into a builder hut to change the skin, or it offers when you first purchase it. And we can change our builder skin to the Meteorite Builder. When this update first goes live, it looks like they're currently applying this skin to all builders, but the intent moving forward is that you're going to be able to change skins for each of your builders, but that's something way later on down the line. And lastly, let's take a look at improvements coming to the ranked battle mode system, which is going to be highly welcomed by a lot of you guys out there, I'm sure. Now, our first change is that Clash of Clans plans to ban temporary troops from ever being used in ranked battles, clan wars, and clan war leagues. This levels the playing field so competition isn't affected by short-term event troops, which is something that's been complained about for many years, and I'm surprised that they are making that change. And they're also making some changes to the inactivity rules. So in the current system, it's been a little confusing for players. You miss 1 week and nothing happens, and then you fail to sign up for the second week and surprise, you're demoted. I've gotten a lot of messages on Instagram because of this, and it all also happened to me. But the user interface never really explained that. So in the new system, when this update takes effect, it's supposed to be a lot clearer. If you don't battle for a week, you keep your league and bonuses. But to stay in that league the next week, you must sign up before the next tournament starts. So if you still haven't signed up by Friday, you'll get a warning that demotion is coming if you stay inactive. So they're gonna give you a little bit of a heads up that you need to sign up or you're gonna be demoted in the next week. Also, matchmaking within a weekly tournament group will now be less predictable, but it doesn't appear that they had any additional information on what that means exactly. So hopefully they're kind of targeting where players were kind of waiting on attacks to know who they were going to attack and all that stuff I was messaged about a few weeks ago. And then they're also increasing the amount of promotions for a couple of leagues. It looks like 5% promotion increase applied to Archer 7, Witch 16 through 18, Golem 19 through 21, P.E.K.K.A 22 through 24, Electro Titan 25 through 27, and then there's also a few of those leagues that are going to have their max battles per week reduced. Dragon 28 gets the biggest buff here with 10% increase on promotion and 5% increase on demotion, and then Dragon 29 through 30 and Electro Dragon 31 will see a 5% increase on promotions and a 5% increase on demotions. So what do you guys think about our update that's going to be coming very soon? We got Town Hall 18, a major new defense, new crafted defenses, and some changes with the ranked battle mode. Leave a comment down below.